It looks like to be able to get the full control that you may want, it's you're going to need to utilize MIDI as well as the session player. Wowzers. G'day legends, what a day. So I have spent today mucking around with Logic Pro 11. I backed up, I made duplicate copies. I have Logic 10.8.1 installed on another system. I did all the right things. I didn't have a problem with the install. But what I wanted to do today was I wanted to see if the hype about session players lived up to expectations. Does it mean that musicians are going to be out of a job? I ran over the install. After I did that, I've just explored every component, so drummer, bass player, and keyboard individually. And then what I did, which was really fun, was I pulled up some stems that I actually would send to a session player, and I wanted to see what it is that I would get from Logic Pro session players. Are they going to deliver me what it is that I want? A musician's going to be out of a job. Now, I understand that there's pros and cons for everything. I would love your thoughts below. I'm going to add timestamps so you don't have to listen to me waffle on. Feel free to click those timestamps. Guys, I really want to hear what you think. And also, feel free to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. That helps me. And let's get straight to it. Okay. Legends. Okay, so just going through, and we've made a duplicate copy or a zip file of the Logic Pro. We're putting that into a backup folder on the desktop, and just going to delete the zip folder. Guys, we're now ready to install. So we go into our app page, we click on updates, and there's the Logic Pro update. I've just fast forward through here, so you'll be able to not listen to me ramble on. There's a bit of info while it's updating. All right, what's new in Logic Pro for Mac 11? Session players, bass player, and keyboard player. Bass player and keyboard player join drummer to provide a set of session players you can use to create professional, nuanced performers that are in sync with each other and responsive to your control. Each session player's performance can be edited using a variety of performance controls, and all can follow common chord progressions to deliver realistic musical interplay, or see session player overview. All right, so I'm just coming to the end of the download that I started. I have had a bit of time to just check out my plugins. They seem to be working perfectly. I do have an array of them, and I've opened up a number of them. They seem to be working fine, which is fantastic. I've also jumped on some forums just to check that everything is working and there's no issues. And so far, Apple have done a great job with the update, so that's really encouraging. It has just literally finished downloading and installing. And if I go to the sound library here, and I just want to open the sound library manager, just to have a look what we've installed and what we don't have installed. So it does look like I'm going to have to install more of these. But just before we do that, let's get started. I am super keen to see how this is going to sound. So we're going to go to, we can do this, we go to track, and then we've got, see where it says new session player SI track. So we have a key command straight away, which is the option command U. So we're going to use that just so we get used to these key commands. Now we've got session player, we've got drummer, bass player, and keyboard player. So we're going to start with keyboard player. We're just going to start there. Oh, sorry, drummer. Start with drummer, my bad. And let's have a listen. What's going on? There's a lot of reverb in that. keep the patch the same, and we could change the... Okay, follow chord rhythm. Okay. With the fill amounts, we'll change that. Now here, if I want to... How do I turn that on and off? I can add to them. What? But I want to create my own pattern. Why can't I create my own pattern? Why? Main, center percussion, half open, that's fine. Okay, so I can now create a manual pattern. Where's this? Where is the hi-hat? Okay. All right, where? Seriously, where's the hi-hat? Come on. No? So details. I can add the ghost notes. If I wanted to do some sort of pattern here with the hi-hats, why can't I do that? Oh my gosh. Click a step to create a manual pattern. Okay, let's just try the kick for a sec. Okay. Let's just do a 4 on the floor, nice and easy, right? Okay, so we get... Yeah, so it's pretty easy with the programming there. So we can copy that. Okay, so that does have the changes there, but if we wanted to, so we can change that pattern, which is pretty cool, and then give ourselves some fills for it. That does not work in my head. All right, okay. Let's keep going. Follow the chord rhythm. It's a manual pattern. So details. It's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, not bad. Let's just try this. Yeah, let's say, and we just go over here now. So this is the complexity side of stuff that we were talking about before. So like if, for example, go here. Okay, let's just say pretend we wanted to have this now as a rim shot. How do I do that? Okay, so I'm going to go here. We'll go to details. Snare center, fine. Rim shot. There we go. Cool. Yeah, cool. Side stick. Okay, so something for a verse. So we just have a few, it looks like we've got a bit more functionality in terms of just what we can do with it. So we can manipulate that kick and snare a little bit more about where we want it to go. We don't have full control over the whole kit until we would turn this into a MIDI region, I'm assuming. So if I can convert that to a MIDI region, if I convert that to a MIDI region, I'll just check here. This drum kit designer, if I turn it to multi-out, without converting it to MIDI at the moment, if I just go multi-out, I should be able to just, yeah, it's straight away. It's the same as what we had before with drummer in terms of the multi-outs are just all good. They're coming through. No drummers here. Okay. And convert to region, yep. So we've got the same thing there. Okay, cool. And then we can program the drums that we want. Say, for example. Yeah, cool. So we could do something there. All right. So we've got a bit of functionality here. Okay. It goes into a drum part. Now, if I wanted to change that back, convert to MIDI region, chords. See if I can go back, convert. Now my question here is convert to session player region. Now will it keep what I've done? So it hasn't, I don't think it's kept what I've wanted. But I wanted to, okay. Hasn't kept those changes that I wanted to keep. Let's say let's just say, for example, it's those two open hats at the start. And if I convert, yeah, cool. So let's say I love that. That works for my song. If I convert to session player region and I don't want to lose that, will I lose it? Ah! I've lost it. Where's it gone? I literally manipulated it for what I wanted. It works for what I need, and it's not there. This is like a drummer that I would not use again. I would use it because it's free, but session drummers, if you say, I want this, they are able to smash that in. So, okay, this is one massive point right now for session drummers. Now, the reason I might want to go from MIDI back into the session player is I might want to just change the fill really easily. So in which case, let's say I had, if I go here and I go convert to MIDI, and if I just want to change the fill, a workaround might be that I just change this fill here. So I go back to there, and now we'll go down to convert to session player region, and this might work. So yeah, so that could work. So I can keep what I've done. So let's say, for example, if I think utilizing the MIDI regions here, utilizing MIDI region and also utilizing the session player where you need to will be a really good workaround. So I can keep that now. Okay, that could work. Let's go back to that's going to work. Yeah, cool. Okay. It looks like to be able to get the full control that you may want, you're going to need to utilize MIDI as well as the session player. So for example, you go, oh, I want to manipulate MIDI the way that I hear it, the way that I want it. You can't just convert that back to session player and have it learn a patch. It's sort of like, it's not going to remember what you've done. So if you do something where you convert it into MIDI and then you do something that you really want, like we did before, where we changed this note here, and you want to keep that, let's say it's a hit or it's something to stab with the band, then you're going to have to keep it MIDI. And then if you want to change something else, reconvert that to a session player, and then you can still play and manipulate the settings. That's one workaround. So a little bit limiting. Has AI got it 100% right yet? I don't think so, but there's a workaround. So that's pretty cool. Let's go, and now let's open up using the key command we just learned. Whether we know. All right, and we're going to open a bass player. So at the moment, I'm going to leave drummer off. I just want to focus on the bass player to start with. It's just a real quick overview to feel what it can do, and then we're going to put it to the test. So bass player, create. Here we go. We got 100 BPM. Creating a new session bass performance. I like how we got the chords up there. And follow the chord rhythm. Let's have a bit of an exploration. Bass player. Ooh, nice with that little slide. That's cool. Okay, let's try it to pop rock. That's a lot. All right, that's good. Okay, what does it look like here? If we convert that to MIDI regions, okay, we do have a key command we can memorize for that. But if we go to convert to MIDI regions, let's have a look at, is there anything here that we can just change it? So there was a little slide. So a little slide there. Boom. There, that little slide. Okay, so similar to drummer, we can go back to the bass player. But if we change something in this, I wonder if it'll stay what we wanted. Let's just say, for example, we do something really obvious. Let's do that. We'll go keep it minor for a sec. And here we go. Let's just check that. Okay, that's noticeable. So let's go to convert to session player regions, and let's see if it keeps that. No. It doesn't keep what you do in MIDI. Boo. All right. Okay, but it does have some cool functionality. Some notes, root only. For the melody, we've got octaves here, some more octave notes. That's cool. Long notes, medium. So difference here. Yeah, cool. And let's see. Yep. Okay, now if I want to change these chords, how do I change the chords? I want a new chord progression. So we can set a new pattern. Okay. All right, I want to change chords. So chord pattern, how do I change you? How do I change U chord pattern? I could just read the manual, but I sort of want to see how intuitive it is for me. Is there anything here to do with chords? Markers, tempo, signatures, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Nope. Here we go. All right, so we could go here, the chords. Now, that's just come up with, good. Now, what did I do? I just put something in there. So hang on. Okay, so if I go back here, if I double click on that, and I go chord, can I change that one chord? Can I change the one chord easily? Chord progressions. Okay, so these are some common chord progressions here that they've got. 2-5-1, 1-5, 6-4. They're written out in Roman numerals. The one, just so you know, if it's a big capital Roman numeral, so like a V like that, and this V here, that's a major chord. So that would be the little Roman numerals, the 2 there, the 2 little I's. That's a 2 minor going to a V, which is a 5 major going to a chord 1 major. So, and then we go to 6-4-1-5. Let's just try 6-4-1-5. Okay, so we've changed the chord progression here. Now we're going to follow the chord rhythm, and we're going to go follow. I wonder why. We're going to follow the chord rhythm. Let's just... What? Why is this not changing? What am I not doing? Pickup hits, that's great, but why are you not changing? So follow the chord rhythm. Manual pattern, we don't have that. We're going to go chords. So let's try that. Track, let's try that. If we go audio 1, but we've got nothing there. So we go off, we'll go to the chords, because I've written the chords out that I want. I want it to change these chords, but it's not changing. What's a workaround there? Straight up. If I get rid of that, let's just say, for example, I delete. Why can I not delete you? Okay. I delete you. We'll delete you. Session player, and I just want to try this. Now, if I've got these chords written here, will it automatically come up with those chords there? Now it will, but before, so now it's coming up with the chord progression that I wanted, but before, if I change this one chord here, okay, if I change that one chord, let's go here, for example, chord progression, create chord, ungroup chords. So let's just ungroup them. Now I'll go here and I'll change that to like C minor. It's crazy, but let's just 1 minor. Okay. Now, if I turn this to, this is melody, some notes, more notes, and we'll go a little bit of some, go a fill, see if it comes up. Now I change that to minor, so if I change that back to diminished or something, let's see what happens there. And just on that one. That does work. Okay, so we can edit the one chord there, which is pretty cool. Let's say, for example, I want a major 7 there. Major 7, here we go. Okay, I think this could work. Now, let's say, for example, I like this with the lowest note there, because we could go to drop D tuning if we wanted to. And there's a lot of sliding there. Let's turn those slides down a little. There's still quite a bit of sliding. Okay, this is working. Let's just say, for example, we've got a bit of pop rock. Change that to a pop rock. See what happens here. Yeah, cool. Now, so we have a little bit of control. Follow the chord rhythm, and we can change the way that we follow the chord rhythm, which is good. So let's just say, for example, we're going to change it. Still trying to work this out. So that dot would mean that that's where it's going to be emphasizing the note, I believe. Okay. I've got a lot of fill going on there. Let's just reduce that. Okay, so let's just say on the fourth bar, because this is something that might happen, you got a hit that you need it to happen with the drums, and I'm interested to see how the drums and the bass and the keys are going to work together. This is just a quick overview prior, but let's say, for example, just on that one bar, we just change, if we could work around here and we'll just try something. Okay, so we could do something like that, but if I change that back, I don't think that's going to keep it. I think it's going to convert it. It's going to convert it to convert to pattern region, convert to session player region. I wonder if that's it. Convert to session player region, convert to pattern region. Let's just say if I click that, I want to see what that does. Oh, right. No, sorry. Go back here, convert, and we go convert to session player region. Is it able to keep it? No, it's gotten rid of what I wanted. So Apple Z undo. So that's not going to work. So we're going to have the same thing as with drummer. Looks like we're going to have to use MIDI and the session player to sort of navigate what we want. It's not that bad. I mean, MIDI, we get a lot of control in MIDI, so we'll be able to make what we want. But at first thoughts, though, this is not exactly what I was picturing it would be. I thought it's still relying a lot on me being able to think, but that's okay. I haven't really tried this out. I am going to try now the keyboards. Give that a whirl. Keyboards. So let's have a look here. So we'll get rid of what we did with the bass, and I'll delete that track. And at the moment, I'm going to leave this. Let's say, for example, I've got this chord progression in my head. So now let's open up a keyboard. Let's see straight away what we get. We'll open here, updating session player region. Oh, whoops. Okay, I must have clicked bass. That's all right. I forgive myself. Preset. So it looks like these hands we can move. That's going to be how far and how wide basically it is on the piano. That's really cool. It doesn't look like we have automation control over that. So that's not a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. So what I meant by automation control is being able to manipulate this with automation. So because for example, in a, I don't know, maybe in a verse, we might be down sort of here, like, in the lower regions on the piano. And then we want to go up an octave. So how are we going to do that? What we could do is we can use our scissors tool, see if this will work. Now we're going to go from there. We're going to go now up an octave. Well, not an octave, but we're going to go up some. So let's just see we're going. Yeah, nice. Okay, so that'll work. That's pretty good. We've got the root voicing and the movement, which I like. Small range. And over here, we've got a couple of different presets. So let's just say, for example, gentle ballad. So that changed, obviously the preset changed the first part of what we wanted. It's pretty cool. Let's say, for example, broken chords. That's cool. What's arpeggiated? Now, I actually thought that I had this as the low one with the hands, and it sort of changed. But anyway, that's okay. Let's just see what we got. Okay. What I'm liking already is it seems like it's, I like the fact that you can follow the chord. Let's just say something crazy here, but let's go to an E major. So just because I want to see if it works. E major, so A minor to E major. Let's just say, for example, is that going to update this in real time? Yeah, that's good. Let's get back to our piano sounds. So we go here, we go click on U, we go keyboard. We're on keyboard still, but we're going to go back to freely to see if that brings up our piano. Yep. And we want a G7, for example. So double click on that region there, this chord. Looks like this chord thing here is going to be a really helpful tool and a good friend of mine. Okay, what I like already, this is good. What I like already is that it plays a lot better than I play piano. But it still needs my mind to be able to make it work. This is a really good opportunity for producers to jump in and learn a little bit of theory. Absolutely. So we've got here G7, and let's say an A minor 9, for example, and have a listen to how that changes the chord. Let's say we want to go C major 9. Now, the only way that I can see that we can change some of those notes, we've got the grace note there, we can change some of those grace notes, that's cool. But let's say, for example, we want to change a note in here. If we're hearing something, ba da ba, let's say we want to change that one note, we can't tell it, we have to show it what we want. In order to do that, we're going to have to convert it to a MIDI region, and then once we've converted it to a MIDI region, we can then change what we want. So, and then here we can let's say, for example, we'll just move okay. Ooh, and I like this as well. This has the chords written out underneath them. What? Oh, because it's gone to MIDI, so it's written the chords out underneath. That's cool. Now, if we go back to Session Player, we're going to lose all that. So let's have a look. Boo. I like having the control, and I liked being able to see to change it with the MIDI. But once we've converted to MIDI, if we've got stuff there that we want, so once we convert that to MIDI and we've changed a note, we wanted to keep that note, then it really, unfortunately, it's like we have to leave it as MIDI. We can go in and reconvert sections like we did with the drums back to Session Player. So, all right, let's see how they work together. The way that I record and the way that I do songwriting is I will focus on the song and just get the song as good as possible. Once I've got the song, I then record guide parts. Once I've recorded the guide parts, I'll then go in and I start tracking. So I can utilize Session Players in that process, in the process of tracking. I record stems as I go through. So what I've got is what I would send to a drummer. I've got an acoustic guitar part and a vocal. I haven't recorded the idea of drums on this one, but I do actually have a drummer that has played on the track. That's the stem, but I've hidden that, and we're going to have a listen to the difference. Now, what I'm going to do is see if AI, Logic drummer, AI Session Player, keyboard, and bass player can come up, and basically if they can turn what I've done with my stems into a performance that I would use on a record, because that's what I want to know. I want to know, will Session Players be out of a job with this? I'm not going to do the whole song. I'm just going to focus on a section, and I want to know, will Session Players lose work? That's literally what I want to know for this. It's not to create fear, it's to answer a question. So for those of you that are clicking out, going, and you're all upset, I want to know. My first thoughts when I've been mucking around with AI is that with the Session Player and so far with drummer, keyboard, and with bass player, is that it's limiting, and that I still have to use the MIDI functionality to be able to manipulate and make it the way that I would hear it in my head. That's okay. It seems like it's a step further, but it doesn't feel like a session player to me yet, like, you know, that listens to the song. So that's what I'm going to try now. We're going to get straight into it. I'll play you a little bit without without anything, so you can just have a little bit of a listen. And I've just got the stems imported there. I'll close the stem box. This is all we need. And I'm going to see, is what I give someone, is it going to replace the drummer? Is it going to replace a bass player? Is it going to replace the need for me to get a keyboard player? And that's what I want to focus on in this video. Let's have a listen.
This is love. This is more than I have known. This is love. I'll never let it go. This is love. It's more than I deserve. This is love. You show me what I'm worth and my walls come down. Hey, and your touch is beautiful. You're the melody that I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the reason why my heart is beating. Forever, always, you're the one. And this is love.
Okay, so we've gone through and had a listen to the song. I haven't put in markers for this. This was literally just importing the stems. But let's open up session player drummer, session player bass player. Let's open it all up. Let's see if we can get this sounding great. And what I would normally do is send those stems to someone. They would track on it. Once I got the drums, I'd mix the drums in. I would incorporate that as a stem, and then I send it off to someone else. Once I got the music done, you know, and I can record a lot of this stuff myself as well. But once I've got the music element part of it done, then I'll focus on the vocals. So this is just really, really a guide track. Disclaimer, and I don't do disclaimers. That was just me getting the song done in terms of lyric, melody, and capturing a bit of a vibe. So that's all it is. It's not there for you guys to listen to and go, oh, like it doesn't sound like a final performance. It's not meant to sound like a final performance. The idea of this is something that I would send off. So I want to know, will this AI replace my need to use session musicians on tracks? Let's get to it. Session drummer. Boom. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now, it's just brought up a normal, like what it would be a normal drummer.
This is love. This is more than I have known. This is love.
Okay, now let's see if we can send this drummer to listen to the acoustic guitar to see if it can come up with a bit of a groove. Let's see if we can do that. How do we do that? That's what we're going to find out. Okay, so follow the chord rhythm, follow a track. Here we go, acoustic guitar. There we go. It's going to analyze the transients, and let's see what we get.
This is love.
Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll just move this over here, and we'll start on bar 2.
This is love.
Okay, now if I want a double tempo groove, if I turn this track to 150, what is that going to do? What is that going to do? Let's have a look. Where did all that reverb come from? Okay, let's see. Is it still following the acoustic guitar? Yep. Okay. Now, I do have the drums there that I was telling you. Let's see if it follows the guide vocal. Let's see if that does anything different. Let's go.
This is love. This is more than I have known.
Whoa, that's a bit crazy. Let's try it again.
This is love.
Let's just take some of these snares out. Let's try that.
This is love. This is more than I have known. This is love.
Okay, I want to take those hi-hats. Let's reduce the complexity. Let's go those ghost notes, let's turn those down. Manual, no, we're not going to worry about manual just yet.
This is love. This is more than I have known. This is love. I'll never let it go. This is...
Okay, all right. Let's try this where we follow the acoustic guitar. Let's try and follow the acoustic, not the drums. Let's do the acoustic guitar.
This is love. This is more than I have known. This is love.
Let's try it.
I'll never let it go. This is love.
Okay.
This is more than I have known. This is love. Never let it go. This is love. This is more than I have known. This is love.
Oh man. Okay, what are we up to? A few minutes in, and I'm not getting a vibe of what I want at the moment. But okay, let's go. Let's make this just a little bit easier. Let's go to the chorus.
You're the melody that I keep singing.
So it sounds like I'm going to have to do a little bit of experimenting with the verses to make that sound good.
Hey, and you touch full. You're the melody that I keep singing.
Okay, let's go back to pop rock.
Full. You're the melody that I keep singing.
Whoa.
You're the melody that I keep singing.
Turn that complexity down a bit. Changing these fills. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Come on, man. Listen to my song. Work to my song. I'd be getting pretty frustrated right now if a session player came in and started using those fills with this. Okay, so, all right. I'm getting frustrated because I think I can make this work, but what I'm frustrated, look, this is the first time that I've jumped on here, and so I'm trying to do it without the knowledge and the expertise. That's okay. That's okay. But I'm feeling straight up that we're not vibing the same thing. If I had a drummer in the room playing this, I'd be saying, oh, like, let's save ourselves both a little bit of time.
You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song.
Boom. Okay, now there we've got the 8th note. Let's turn that fill down. Let's add some percussion. Let's add in a shaker.
You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song.
Whoa. 2, 3. Okay, so let's just go over this now. Let's see if we can just program.
You're the melody.
See, a session drummer, I would have thought they would literally listen to the song, they make some notes. This AI has the functionality to listen to the acoustic guitar player and stuff. Should be making notes and things, discussing in its head what it wants to do, and then going from there to bang, I'm going to play it. And in Nashville, I know that's what I get. I know I get that with, my good buddy Michael Carpenter in Sydney. He's amazing, and he'll listen to something and bang, he just starts playing because he's got a vibe. And unfortunately, I'm not feeling that with this straight up. So that's okay. We're going to just keep seeing what else is available. And before we touch the keys, and we'll just see if we can work on the chorus alone, because I was having too much dramas with just the verse. So it looks like I'm going to be programming this, not necessarily a session player coming in and playing. So
You're the melody.
My thoughts with a drummer and for a session musician is that they make my life a little bit easier. I'm getting something sort of vaguely around where I want, in terms of just the fill and stuff that I've got halfway through that verse. So I'll just play it coming in.
Singing, you're the lyric to my song.
The chorus. Yeah, that's cool. That's better. And that was completely the session player coming in. Now I've gone here, going out of the chorus. I sort of want the level or the intensity to drop. I think that's what a drummer would do. So 1, 2.
This is love.
That's a pretty massive fill there going into that, into that, second verse. So
Ever, always, you're the one.
no.
Ever, always, you're the one.
Oh, just not what I want.
Ever, always, you're the one.
No.
Ever, always, you're the one. This is love.
All right, not 100% convinced yet. What I could do, I could go to convert MIDI region. I can put something in that I want, but this isn't playing out. I don't feel like I'm getting what I want at the moment, and that's okay. Now let's have a look halfway through this verse. I just,
Now you're by my side. It's more than a feeling.
like that.
More than most could comprehend. This is love.
What? No, I want to keep that groove
More than
going.
a feeling.
Okay.
More than most could comprehend.
No, I wanted to keep it sort of that 4 to the floor thing. Now, is that something that, how do I tell drummer I want it 4 to the floor? So maybe there I've got, instead of follow the chord pattern, I'm going to have to be a little more specific and say manual, and I'm going to go here 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. And let's just say, for example, what's that? Just nice and easy, right? Just on this section.
It's more than a feeling. More than most could comprehend. This is love.
No.
And now you're by my side. It's more than a feeling.
Let's have a listen to what we had before.
And now you're by my side. It's more than a feeling. More than most could comprehend.
So the only way that I'm going to be able to fix that, I think, is by converting to MIDI and then moving the kick where I want it. All right. Okay, let's just see what else we got. Okay, so at the moment where I stand, I'm not going to be losing the need to get session musicians for my songs. Let's add some bass. And let's do that right now. So bass player, here we go. Now what I got to do, I'm assuming that I'm going to have to tell the bass player what the chords are. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong. This track is hidden. Okay. This track is hidden. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. So
You're the melody.
you're fired, bass player. I don't know what that is. listen to the song. You should have made notes. Okay, no, I obviously have to go in and get it to follow something. So let's see if I can do that. And we'll go to main. It sounds like I'm going to have to go in and tell it what the chords are. I'm going to have to tell it what the chords are. That's what I have to do. Okay, so it's not like drummer. I can't just play and it would pick up on that. But it looks like I'm going to have to just go in and program in the chords. So I'll do that now. Let's go back here. Let's go to these chords. They're completely the wrong chords. That's okay. So we're in the key of E. So if I change this now to the key of E, will that change anything? Probably not, but that's okay. So we go here, E. And that goes for 2 bars. So if we just get rid of that, there we go. Okay, let's see how we go. Let's make sure I'm getting level. Yes, getting level. So let's try this now. So we're going to take that off solo.
You're the melody I keep singing.
A minor? Oh, it is a C sharp minor. Sorry, my bad. Well, that is good. It followed my chord. It was the wrong chord. That's good. Okay, here we go.
You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song.
Okay, let's focus on this bit here.
You're the melody.
Dum ba da bum.
You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody I keep singing. You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody I keep singing.
Let's see what else we got here. One bass. Let's try a retro rock, but it's not the sound that I'm going to want.
You're the melody.
If we go here and we try and follow, so the track that we're now going to follow, what if we follow the drums? Will that be listening to the drums? Let's have a look. Oh, follow the chords too.
You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song.
So here, if I'm just going to title this now and see if it says I'm going to follow. When I go to follow, if it's got me following the drummer. Yeah, drummer, cool. Okay. It's just easier. Like I knew it was following the drummer, but I wanted to make sure it was following the drummer. So
you're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody I keep singing. keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the
I'm not I'm not loving it just yet. Let's try the acoustic.
You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody.
Okay. Let's run with that. Now let's get some keys up. So we'll open up a keyboard player. I'm not loving it, by the way, just so you know. But let's just see it. Like, what I do like is automatically, I'm going to move this over here, but it literally just changes the chords just based on what that chord track, that chord tracker is. So that's really cool.
You're the melody. I keep singing.
That's funny. That's another keyboard that I'd be firing. Keyboard player would not be. Let's try these broken chords to start with.
You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing.
Like what I like about the keyboard player, I think it's limited in what it can do, but what I quite like about it is it automatically plays better than what I play. And the bass player, it sounds good. It's already ready to rock and roll. It sounds like the sounds there. It's just really, really quick. It's really intuitive in terms of being able to capture a quick performance, but this is requiring quite a bit of work to be able to make it work. Like,
You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric. You're the melody.
yeah, I'm not loving that. I am not loving that whatsoever. And that could be just the fact that I've told it to do that. So let's see what else can we do. Freely, let's try that.
You're the melody. I keep singing.
What is...
You're the melody.
What? Have I got the wrong chords? Have I got the wrong chords there? What is that note? What note is that? Go back here. Yeah, but this... I don't want... Da, da. Yeah, so I'm going to have to change that. I'd have to go into mini region and change it. Or if I could change that here by fill complexity, maybe that'll change the note. No, I'm not loving that. What? That's better. Okay. Let's see what we got here.
You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song.
Okay, so let's have a look. What we got so far.
You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song.
Yeah, not bad. Let's go to this with the bass.
You're the melody.
I'm not loving all that reverb, whatever's going on there. Let's just... let's see if we can just... Just sort of getting a bit of a feel for it. Let's just change the kit for a sec. Try Brooklyn kit.
I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. You're
Okay.
beautiful. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my. Beautiful.
Whoa. Follow the acoustic guitar, see what happens.
Beautiful.
Ah! Yeah.
Beautiful. You're
Okay.
beautiful. You're the melody. Hey, and your touch is beautiful. You're the melody. I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song.
I've been at this now for probably an hour or so, just mucking around. Look, I am getting used to it, so I completely get the fact that I'm not fluent in session players yet. Having said that, my initial thoughts, the first thought I have, let's answer the big question. Am I going to replace a session player? Absolutely not. Is it good? Yeah, it's good. Will it help me with some things? Yes. It can play keyboard better than I can. It still requires a lot of work to make it sound good. It doesn't mean it's like you've got another step forward. If I could put it this way, it's like a little shortcut. Like you shave off a little bit about, depending on the song, and this is all song dependent, but for this song, it's like I've shaved off just a little bit of what it is that I'm working towards, like in terms of time and stuff, but it doesn't have the ability to communicate a lot of things. Like I can't say, okay, on this hit, what I want you to do is just like, can you play with the dynamics? Like I can think it, but it doesn't play it. And then I have to remember, let's say I want you to play kick and snare on that hit, or maybe kick, snare, and an open hat or something. Well, it's not going to take any of what I've just said on board. I have to go into MIDI and I have to program that to happen. I lose functionality of session player when I go into MIDI to make that happen. So it's a little frustrating because then I've got to go, I can actually just do it for that one little part. But I do lose functionality in session player. I can't just then change the intensity and stuff. I'm locked into what I'm using with MIDI player. So, but what I will say, so that's another con. What I love about session players when I give them material to work on is that they put their years of experience and their hard work and everything that they've worked towards in terms of their performance, what they vibe with the song. They're not playing just to the song. They're taking their previous experience of what it is, the years of hard work that they've worked on stuff, playing other songs, playing in cover bands, playing on, different grooves and stuff. And they implement that in literally one session, and they listen to the song, they make notes that can go either this way or that way. There's a bit of communication going back and forth when I'm working with someone and they'll say, hey, this could go either way. What are you hearing? Sometimes I might send a drummer a programmed part where I've gone in and I've actually played stuff and I'll make notes about what it is that I love and what I would love them to do with it. So is it going to replace session musicians? For me, absolutely not. Is it good? Yes, it is good. Is it AI? Am I mind blown? Absolutely not. I thought we were still going to have to use our minds to be able to tell it what to do. We have to program it and tell it what we want it to do. That's so true. And drummer is a big step, like being able to control a few of those elements, like the kick and the snare. That is 2 thumbs up to me. The hat's a little frustrating and stuff. Look, I'm sure there's, as I dive deeper, some of these things that are frustrating me will frustrate me less. Having said that, bass player are good. Guys, if you don't know your chords and know your theory, then I would get up to speed with that. I am going to do an upcoming video for music producers on music theory. So once that becomes subscribed and once that does become available, you'll get notified. I think knowing your chords will be really beneficial, and how keys work and what chords are associated with the key. That's going to be really, really beneficial. And all I can say is that once it sort of gels a little bit, so you got the drummer, the bass player, and the keys working, one thing that is really cool, it's sort of, they seem to collaborate together in that essence, but it's not vibing for this song. Maybe it'll work for another song. Maybe someone else will pull stems up, or another song that I write that I'll try this out on. It's going to work straight away, but I'm really not feeling it's going to. I love the nuances that real players bring, and I feel this is limited in what it brings. I feel it's a step forward from where we were, but it's not going to replace the need. I say it again, it is not going to replace the need for session musicians. Session players, yes, but frustrating session players. The session players that you get on when you need a demo and you don't want to spend any money and you just want it to see what it sounds like. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm going to use this for at the moment. And I'm going to explore it more. And I plan on unpacking the features more and understanding what it can do and getting to a point where it just literally flows. But in terms of this at the moment, I'm a little bit unimpressed. Not expecting that I would be, so I'm not upset, but I'm just going, I'm not mind blown, and I'm not feeling like this is going to rattle the industry in a way that prior to opening this session that I thought it might. Guys, it's still a lot of work to be able to make it sound good. I love work, don't get me wrong. I love working on songs, good songs. I love producing up my music. That's what music's all about to me. But this isn't a game changer. I thought it might be. It's a step forward in the right direction. So with some updates and maybe the producer packs, I have no idea if that gives you any more session player abilities. But at the moment where it stands, Yeah. Guys, if you enjoyed this, I just want to encourage you to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more videos, and I hope that you get a lot. I hope that you get a lot out of this. I hope that you get some time to explore the benefits and the features of Session Player, and look forward to growing with you. Look forward to learning what you learn. If you've got, guys, I'd love to hear in your comments below if there's songs that you write that you can see this working for, and I'd be really interested to hear that. I wonder if we turn radio on and the same session drummer and bass player and keyboard are all going to be we're going to have that same sound over the next decade of music, because that's what we've got. I'm sure there's going to be hits out there that are going to incorporate some of this stuff. Absolutely. But at the moment, it's not a session player, what I would think is a session player to be. Okay, so guys, I have the drums here of, this is what we originally, or what has been recorded by Michael Carpenter, who is an amazing drummer, a fantastic bass player, and just an incredible musician all around. He's also an artist in his own right. And guys, I'll put a link for him in the description below. I highly recommend you check him out for your needs for playing. But this is the drums that he did. I'll just play a section of it so you can have a listen to the difference of the drums that he's done and the drums the drummer's done on Session Player Drummer. Hey, and your touch is beautiful. You're the melody I keep singing. Okay, and the drummers. Hey, and your touch is beautiful. You're the melody I keep singing. You're the lyric to my song. Yeah, he's just playing to the song. That's what a session player does. Man. Legends, if you enjoyed this, that'd be amazing if you could please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to getting more content. I look forward to diving in deeper in this. I look forward to, like I said, doing music theory tutorials to help you guys with this, to be able to utilize this to its full capacity. There's so much to learn, so much to unpack, but as I said, this is not going to replace the need for a session player, a real session player. So that is my thoughts. You guys are legends. Bless you all. And till the next video, take care.